This is a test.
This is a test. What do you know about language arts, math, science, and social studies? Find out while playing along with Knowledge for College, where teams from competing UISD schools spin the wheel of knowledge and answer questions from a world of subject categories. It's a mind challenge for students and a chance to win for their school. But most of all, it's a really fun way to learn. Now, let's play Knowledge for College.
Hello and welcome to Knowledge for College, a game show featuring some of UISD's best and brightest students. My name is Jose Sanchez, and today we have contestants from Troutman Middle School and United Middle School. Our guest host today is Mr. Ed Ramirez. He's a managing partner at Town East. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, Jose. Thank you. Thanks for asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And well, tell us a little bit about what it is that you do, sir.
Sure, of course. I'm a good example of why you're not locked into your college degree. I got a degree in accounting at Texas A&M, practiced as a certified public accountant, and then decided to go into real estate, and I've been doing that since about 1986. We've done everything that you can do. We buy, sell, lease, trade, but in particular, what's the most challenging and rewarding is developing. Both your schools, back when I was a little boy, were farms. And when you develop, basically you take the piece of land, ranch or farm, and you put in the streets and you put in the utilities and get it ready so that people can build houses and build schools and communities, basically. And it's kind of fun to name the streets.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. So in a nutshell, that's what I do.
Okay. Wow. Naming the streets. What's who? I always wondered who makes that decision. Who?
Well, the developer does. The person like myself that's doing the subdivision, but the city does have to approve it.
Of course.
Yeah. And also the 911 people are the ones that give you the addresses.
Oh, okay. Fascinating. I never knew that.
Yep.
I never knew that. We learned something today. We learned something new today. Now we know how the streets get named. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. It's great to have you here today, sir.
Well, thanks. I just wanted to add that I did come up through the United system at NIE,
yes.
at United Intermediate, which is United Middle, United High School, class of 1979, and I think I got a great education, and it helped me a lot at Texas A&M.
Excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. So we have a product of UISD. He was right there where you are.
Yeah.
At one point. Yep. We all start somewhere, don't we?
That's right.
Indeed. So let's meet our contestants now from Troutman Middle School. We have Roman. How are you doing today, Roman?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
That's good. You look like you're about ready to start high school. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you. What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to play the piano as well as play with my dog, and I'm saving up to buy a computer so I can try to design a video game.
Oh wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. You're a piano player. I'm a musician myself. That's great. Video game design. That sounds like a lot of fun too. That's wonderful. And I can't say your name, Mija. You are Alejandra, or is it Alexandra?
Alexandra.
Alexandra. Nice to meet you today, Alexandra.
Nice to meet you.
And what do you enjoy doing in your spare time?
I really love playing volleyball.
Oh, okay. So you're an athlete.
Yes.
You're an athlete. That's wonderful. It's good to have you here. Okay, so we have. I did not ask you earlier how to pronounce your name. How do you pronounce your name?
Didana.
Huh? Dilana?
Didana.
Okay, Dilana. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, sir.
What do you like doing in your spare time?
I like doing taekwondo, reading, and drawing.
Martial arts. Huh?
Yes.
Do you compete? Do you do tournaments?
Yes,
Really?
yes I do.
Really? What belt are you at?
I'm a black belt, second dan.
Oh, second
Yes.
degree black belt. Excellent. Well, it's good to have you here, Dilana.
Thank you
It's
so
great
much.
having you here. And last but not least, Ruth. How are you doing today, Ruth?
Good.
And what do you enjoy doing in your spare
I
time?
like to read and swim.
Oh, okay. 3 athletes. We have 3 athletes here with us today. That's excellent. All right, well, let's go over the rules, okay? Each team is going to take turns spinning the Wheel of Knowledge. That's what we call that, right? We call that the Wheel of Knowledge, and we're going to ask you questions from the categories of math, science, language arts, and social studies, okay? Each question is worth 5 points, okay? And then we have our wild turn category. See the red one there? That's wild turn, okay? Those questions can come from any academic subject area, and they're difficult questions. They're much harder questions. Those are worth 10 points, worth double, worth 10 points. Okay, there's a 1 minute time limit to answer each question. You're gonna hear a bell just like that one, the one we just heard now, when you're out of time, and when you hear that bell, you gotta give us your answer right away. Okay? Of course, each team earns points by answering the questions correctly. That's kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? Right, so if the team gets the answer incorrectly, the other team will have an opportunity to answer the question and earn the points for themselves. We had a coin toss earlier to decide who spins the wheel first, and Troutman Middle School won control of the wheel, so go ahead and give us our first spin. The other way, we go clockwise. There we go. And we're gonna start with, that thing just doesn't want to stop, does it? All right, so finally we're gonna stop at a math question.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. I'll take this one as well. Thank you, sir. And go ahead and follow along with Mr. Ramirez as he gives you your first question. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, here's a question. Becky and her 3 friends decided to share the cost of lunch at Pizza Palace. They shared a pepperoni pizza and an order of buffalo wings. The cost of the pepperoni pizza is $9.96, and an order of buffalo wings is $6.20. They each got a drink for $2.29. How much was the total for the whole table, not including tax? Is it A, $16.16, B, $18.45, C, $25.32, or D, $6.33?
And you can repeat the question for them while they work on it.
Sure. Becky and her 3 friends decided to share the cost of lunch at Pizza Palace. They shared a pepperoni pizza and an order of buffalo wings. The cost of the pizza is $9.96. The buffalo wings, $6.20. They each got a drink of $2.29. How much was the total for the whole table, not including tax?
Is the answer C, $25.32?
Yes, it is. You're correct.
That is correct. Excellent. 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 Very good. Very good. 5 points for Troutman Middle School. United Middle School, are you ready? Yeah. Go ahead and spin the wheel for us. And it finally stopped at science. Okay. All right, so for 5 points, we're going to ask you a science question. Listen very, very carefully. Follow along.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. Ramirez.
Okay, contestants, in front of you, you're seeing the periodic table of the elements. And what we need to know is what is the atomic number of sodium, which is Na on that table? Is it A, 22.989? Is it B, 23, C, 11, or D, 10?
It is C.
That's correct. It's 11.
You were ready for that one, weren't you? That's great. Wonderful, wonderful. 5 points for United Middle School. Troutman Middle School, go ahead and give us a good spin on that wheel. Okay, and now we're going to go to social studies.
Okay.
We go to the social studies category.
There you go.
Thank you, sir, for 5 points. Follow along very carefully with Mr. Ramirez. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, our question is, how did the invention of the telegraph affect the U.S. economy? Was it A, it made business more efficient? Is it B, it decreased the trend of westward migration? C, it replaced railroads as the primary means of transporting goods? Or D, it decreased the need for human labor in factories?
We're going to go with A.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer, yeah. I'm pretty sure you can't transport goods over telegraph. No, I'm pretty sure we can't. Be nice, though. We'd get them a lot quicker. All right, so that's 5 points for Troutman Middle School. United Middle School, it's your turn. Go ahead and spin the wheel. And we're going back to the math category for 5 points. Thank you, sir. And listen along very carefully. Go ahead, Mr. Ramirez.
Okay, so which of the following names the character in a story that is preventing the main character from resolving a conflict? Is it A, the narrator, B, antagonist, C, protagonist, or D, foil?
It is B, antagonist.
That's correct.
That is correct. Yes, it's the antagonist. Antagonist, also known as the bad guy. Okay, so here we go. Go ahead and spin the wheel, Troutman Middle. It just doesn't want to stop, but it finally stopped at Wild Turn.
First wild turn.
Indeed,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a tough one.
It's going to be a tough question, that's right. So go ahead and follow along very carefully. Listen very carefully. This is going to be from science category. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, thanks. The deer population has decreased noticeably in the past 10 years. Which of the following is a reasonable hypothesis for this population decline? Is it A, competition for food has decreased among deer? Is it B, abnormal weather conditions have increased water levels of the local ponds? C, an organism that relies on similar sources has migrated into the area? Or is it D, the deer's main predator has been eliminated by human overhunting?
Is the answer C?
That's the correct answer,
That
yes.
is indeed the correct answer. Very good. Very good. Very good. And now we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Knowledge for College. Stay tuned.
You belong.
What about this one?
You evolve. You achieve.
We are united!
We are united.
What can I be?
I'm a U.S. Naval Academy appointee and a future aeronautical engineer.
I plan to get my doctorate's degree so I can research the effects of drugs on the mind and behavior.
I am an early college graduate and a future pharmacist.
I am the first in my family to go to college and I plan to become an attorney.
If you dream it, you can be it.
We are united.
Each school year, United ISD serves nearly 12 million free, nutritious, well-balanced meals. That includes breakfast, lunch, after-school snack, fresh fruit and vegetable, and the Summer Food Service Program.
The United Independent School District covers an area of 2,440 square miles. Each day we transport over 15,000 students. We also provide free transportation services for all extracurricular activities such as sports, tutorials, and band.
We are united!
And we are back. You are watching Knowledge for College. Today's contestants are from Troutman Middle School and United Middle School. Our guest host today is Mr. Ed Ramirez, managing partner at Town East Holdings. All right, so where did we leave off? We left off, I think it was with United Middle. Yes, United Middle, it is your turn. Go ahead and take the first spin on the wheel. And that wheel just doesn't want to stop until it gets to social studies.
Okay. There we go.
Here we go for 5 points. Go ahead and listen very carefully to Mr. Ramirez. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so our question is, an undeniable right is A, a government guarantee to immigrants, B, a right or privilege you can trade or sell, C, the correct view of a contested political issue, or D, an individual right that cannot be taken away.
It is D.
Yes, it is, D.
It's definitely D. That is correct. Very good. Very good. 5 points for United Middle School. Troutman Middle School, it's your turn. Spin the wheel. And it's going to stop just at the math category.
Okay.
Just at math. Here we go. Listen very carefully to the following question. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so you have an equation in front of you, and the question is that the model below, which is the equation, represents what is the value of y. The equation is 4y plus 8 equals 6y minus 4. So, is y A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6? What is the value of y?
Is it D, y equals 6?
6 is correct, yes.
That is correct. Great job. Great job. Fantastic. Very, very good. 5 points for Troutman Middle School, United Middle School. It's your turn. Spin that wheel. See what we get this time. Centrifugal force. It's a thing. All right, science. Here we go. Speaking of centrifugal force. All right. Listen very closely to Mr. Ramirez. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so we're looking at the periodic table of elements again, and we want to know which of the following elements would have a valence of 3. Is it F, the Cu, G, Mg, H, Si, or Jal?
Jal.
Yes, that's right.
Good job. Good job. All right, so that's 5 points for United Middle School. You guys sure know your periodic table of the elements. Troutman Middle School, go ahead and spin the wheel. Yeah, it doesn't take much to make that wheel spin, does it? Just a little push. And we're going to go back to the math category now. Okay. And listen very carefully to the following question. Go ahead, Mr. Ramirez.
Okay, so our question is, Mr. Sanchez wants to invest $15,000 in a bank account that pays 6% compound interest annually. If he leaves his investment in the bank for 10 years, how much money will he have after 10 years? Would it be A, $26,862.70? Would it be B, $268,270, C, $159,000, or D, $17,256.40? So we want to know how much money Mr. Sanchez has after 10 years. A, $26,682.70. B, $268,270. C, $159,000, or D, $17,256.40. Do we have an answer? There's still time.
Is the answer A?
Yes, the answer is A.
The answer is indeed A. Very good, very good. That's 5 points for you. And yes, I would definitely like to invest $15,000 into a high interest account. That would be wonderful. All right, United Middle School, go ahead and spin that wheel. And it finally stops at science.
Okay.
Finally stops at science. I don't think anyone here is going to have a problem with it. Everybody here seems to have a keen interest in science. So here you go. Listen carefully. Go ahead, sir.
So we want to determine the total number of atoms in the compound silver sulfate, which is Ag2SO4. Is it A, 2, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 7?
D7.
I'm sorry. You have a chance to take it, Troutman. So we're determining the number of atoms in the compound silver sulfate, which is Ag2SO4. Is it A, 2, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 7, the total number of atoms?
Okay, we need your answer now.
C, is it 5?
Yes, it's C, 5.
It is C. Excellent. Good job.
5 atoms.
Good job. 5 atoms. Excellent. Good job, Troutman Middle. And it's your turn. Go ahead and spin the wheel. Yeah, that wheel is just something else. Loves to spin. That's what it was made for.
This is the first one for art.
For language arts, indeed. Yeah. So for 5 points, listen very carefully. It's going to be our first language arts question today. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so you're looking at a diagram, and it says subatomic particles on top. One column says proton. Under that says neutron and electron. On the other column it says positive, no charge, negative. So using that information, it can be concluded that F, the nucleus, contains protons and electrons. C, the nucleus contains a positive charge. I'm sorry, that's G. H, the nucleus contains a negative charge, or J, the nucleus contains neutrons and electrons. And I'll repeat the answers. F, the nucleus contains protons and electrons. G, the nucleus contains a positive charge. H, the nucleus contains a negative charge. And J, the nucleus contains neutrons and electrons. Do we have an answer?
We're gonna go with G.
You're correct. It's G.
It is G. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Very good. Very good. Very good. 5 points for Troutman Middle School. And it is United Middle School's turn. Go ahead and spin the wheel. And we're gonna stop on wild turn.
10 points.
10 points indeed. All right, so listen very carefully. It's going to be a bit of a more difficult question, and this is going to come from social studies, okay? Social studies category. Listen carefully. Go ahead, sir.
So our question is, what contributed to the Trail of Tears and President Andrew Jackson's displacement of the Cherokee and other Native American tribes from the deep south to west of the Mississippi River? Was it A, labor was needed for Western mining and ranching? B, tribal lands in the South were desirable for settling and agriculture? Or C, industrialization forced them to move? And lastly, D, there was a shortage of manpower in the West following the Civil War?
We're gonna go with B.
That's the correct answer.
That is the correct answer. That is the correct answer indeed. Very good, very good. That's 10 points for United Middle School, and we're going to take another short break. You are watching Knowledge for College. Keep it right here.
United ISD is looking to hire school bus drivers. Qualified drivers who are hired will receive paid bus driving training, paid annual drug and alcohol testing, paid annual physical exam, paid state required bus driver certification, paid certification class time, and excellent employee benefits. In return, UISD is looking for a 2-year bus driver commitment. Consider a rewarding career working with students at United ISD. Apply today.
We are educators.
We are innovators.
We are leaders.
We are college students.
We are artists.
We are athletes.
We cherish all students.
We are United ISD.
You've been watching Knowledge for College, a game of knowledge and learning featuring some of our best and brightest students here at UISD. We'd like to thank our contestants from United Middle School and Troutman Middle School for joining us today. And of course, we want to thank our guest host, Mr. Ed Ramirez from Town East, for being part of our show today. Sir, what did you think of our show today?
Outstanding. We've got some really good students here at UISD.
We certainly do. We absolutely do. We're very, very proud of them too. Right. So don't forget to watch Knowledge for College and all our other fine programming on this and other local TV stations, including the Public Access Channel. We'll see you next time on Knowledge for College. Let's say goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.